Okay, so I just finished the other video and like I watched it and I realized what I was talking about at the beginning of that video. So this video is basically me talking about my really horrible, just terrible luck with bands. Um yeah, so um so I made this list a while back. It's somewhere, whoever the fuck knows. Um Literally, it was like all the bands that I wanted to go on tour with, and I was like super fucking psyched about it. And like, well, like before that, like it would be bands that like I really got into, like I really liked, and then I find out terrible things. So I'm just gonna start it off. Since I just made the video about Hail to the King, I literally found out about Avenged Sevenfold a week after the Rev passed. Like, I found out about the Rev passing before I figured out about Avenged Sevenfold, because I was literally watching Music Choice, and it was talking about it because it was like shortly after Christmas or whatever, and I was still on break. And I was just like, oh, well, that sucks. Somebody died, musician. I was, and then a week later, my friend Newbie, he let me borrow. It made absolutely really like no sense. I can't really. Okay, first of all, I can't remember why, but like he gave me, or didn't give me. He let me borrow City of Evil, the album, and the tablature book for their self-titled album. And it's like, why would you give me an album and then the tabs for a completely different album? But like, I was listening to it in my English class, and of course freaked out because I'm like, fuck, I'm in English class and I basically have porn, because there's like this nice little picture of like this naked chick and a demon, like as soon as you open the fucking book. And yeah, and it was like, I looked at the back of the book and I was like, the Rev. Oh fuck, shit, that's who they were talking about. And so yeah, like, and that really fucking sucked, because I'm like, oh, he's a fucking great drummer and he's dead. I'm never gonna be able to meet him. So yeah, that sucked. Then later, maybe I was already into Slipknot by then, but like got really into Slipknot, and I started looking stuff up about him and found out Paul Gray died. I was like, well, son of a bitch, why does this shit keep happening to me? And like, cause that was like the second time it had happened, and I was just like, oh, fuck. And then what was next? Well, the next one that I can remember was actually last year. Um like before I went away and stuff, I got like really into like Suicide Silence, cuz I mean, like, those guys are fucking awesome. And then like I even started to change my vocal style to be a little bit more like Mitch Lucker, from Suicide Silence. And then like I came back and I found out he died. Like, just killed himself. And I was like, well, son of a bitch. Never gonna meet him either. And like that one hit me pretty hard, because like literally I started changing my vocal style to be more like this guy, and he he's dead. Like, I'm never gonna ever meet him. And shit. Then what happened? Oh, before that, well, while I was away, I was like started to get like really into Nirvana, like really, really into it. Read like books by him and everything, and I just got like really into Nirvana, and it's like, well, shit, I'm never gonna meet this guy. And I mean, like, I'd gotten into Nirvana and previously, and then like found out, that in my opinion he was murdered. And it's just like, well, shit, here's another person that like I'm never gonna like meet, that like I think it would be really awesome if I was able to meet him. And yeah, Courtney, you did it. I'll just put that out there, Courtney. You did it. And what's next? Oh, just one person that I thought was dead that turns out is not. Eddie Van Halen. Just, I don't know. Fuck, I thought he OD'd. But like I saw like a thing, a guitar player, like he's making guitars and shit, like Eddie Van Halen would fucking do. But yeah, like that was a big surprise. I literally thought that guy would have like OD'd or something on probably like cocaine. And then let's see. Really wanted to go on tour, like when I made it. Really wanted to go on tour with Killswitch Engage, because I really look up to Howard Jones as being, like a black guy that basically does all the shit I do. Hang out with hang out with white guys and like listen to like really heavy music and do that type of shit. And then when he left, I was like, well, son of a bitch. Same thing happened with Joey Jordison, where I was just like, oh yeah, I would love to hang out with those guys. And it's like, wow, Joey's gone. Now kind of all I really want to do is just meet Corey and Seven. And Jim Root. He seems like pretty much like a badass. I wanted to I wanted to meet Marilyn Manson and shit, cause I wanted to meet him and John 5, and then find out John 5 left Marilyn Manson to play with Rob Zombie, and I mean like that's cool too, but I'm just not as into Rob Zombie as I'm not even really into Marilyn Manson anymore, but I was like really into Marilyn Manson. That was like during my emo phase, like every emo kid's emo phase. Yeah. Yeah, it pretty much sums it up for right now. I'm not really doing any of this with notes or anything, so anything that I'm talking about, it's kind of like off the top of my head. So yeah, this is probably gonna be like a part 1 of maybe part 2 or 3. So yeah, stay tuned for more rant vlog videos. Subscribe, comment, like, favorite, share, all that good shit. Peace.